Hey guys, it's been a bit since my last video. I believe my last video was my 1 month on T, and I'm near my 8 months on T. So I have to apologize because I haven't been updating you about anything in between that, and that's completely my fault. I've been busy with work, school, and social life, and that's really no excuse because whenever I do have free time, I'm kind of just lazy and I just want to rest, But yeah, just like my last video, I'm going to be talking about the specific aspects of my transition, such as my social transition, my mental changes, as well as physical changes, which a lot of people want to hear, but I'm going to talk about my voice changes first. So with voice, I actually haven't really gotten to, I don't know if you guys hear anything different, but for me, I hear my voice every day, so I don't know if it sounds different or anything. And honestly, I haven't been recording my changes in my voice as much as I used to in the beginning. It's pretty rare for me to do it now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to play a audio clip from my first video, my first month on testosterone, and I'm going to see how that sounds, or how much my voice has changed since then. So yeah, I'm gonna do that right now.
My voice 5 days on T.
My voice 6 days on T.
My voice 7 days on T.
This is my voice 8 days on T.
My voice 9 days on T.
My voice 10 days on T.
This is my voice 11 days on T.
This is my voice 12 days on T.
This is my voice 1 month on T.
And this is my voice nearly 8 months on T. So yeah, I definitely heard a difference just because I did play it back right before starting this. But it's just crazy because you don't really notice the changes happening because you live with yourself every day. So it's just nice hearing it, in real time, or even just like seeing people's reactions, to it. But yeah, it's only gonna get deeper from there, and it's starting to settle in more compared to how it used to be, where my voice would crack whenever I sang. But now when I sing, it's become way easier for me. But yeah, I'm gonna move on to the the physical changes. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about my physical changes from top to bottom, just because I feel like that's the easiest way to do it. I have everything written down in front of me, so if you see me looking this way, you know why. So yeah, I'm gonna start off with my hair because that's the top of my head. So hair, I have noticed has changed since I started testosterone. Before, my hair used to be pretty straight. But actually before that, when I was a baby, it was curly. So now that I'm on testosterone, I guess my hair is curly again. I don't know if that's a change that's on testosterone or anything, but I've noticed that it has become like this, which I don't mind because, I like my hair like this. So another thing that I have noticed that a lot of people tell me is my face shape has changed. It's become more defined and more like squarish compared to like it used to be, round. So I really like when people tell me that, just because I feel like it helps me pass more and helps me look a bit more masculine, because square rather than round I prefer. Also, another thing about the face that people have noticed for sure is facial hair. I don't know, it's really thin right now, but a lot of people point it out, and they're always like so like amazed by the fact that I can grow like a little bit of facial hair, just because a lot of people over here are new to the whole testosterone thing. So whenever they see facial hair, they get like excited about it. um, but yeah, so facial hair, it's pretty thin right now. I plan on growing it, and like trying to even it out. But right now, since it's thin, it doesn't really matter. Another change is my neck. My neck has become wider and thicker, and this part has just become more prominent overall. It feels weird, but yeah. Also, shoulders. I think I've said this in my last video. My shoulders have become broader, but even more so now, which makes me feel more masculine as well, just because whenever I get out of the shower and I'm just wearing a towel, I notice that my shoulders and my arms are like, fit, and I just look more, yeah, like a guy basically, and I love it. I can't really say much about it, but there's just something that makes me feel proud of it. Let's see, a change that I don't like is my acne. Right now it's cleared up. Before, I want to say my 4 month to 6 month, it got pretty bad to the point where, I don't know if it was because of testosterone or anything, or just like a mixture of things. I also had really bad eczema throughout that month, where it was all over my face or my cheeks, and it was like flared up and all red and everything, and there's like spots everywhere. But it got really bad with acne also, so it's just acne and eczema on my face. Just imagine that. And while also going to school and work, and it took a toll on my confidence for just slightly. I mean, I'm still pretty confident, but my mom picked me up from school one day, saw how flared up it was, and started freaking out because she was like, it could be shingles or chicken pox. So she took me to urgent care, and they told me it was just my eczema acting up, and they gave me an ointment and some medication for it. And ever since then, it's gotten clearer and better, so I'm thankful for that. But yeah, it's not really a problem to me right now, but like back then, it was just bad for me. Another thing also is my arms and my legs. So it's been easy for me to become fit just because I go hiking all the time with my friends, so it keeps my body active and everything. The only thing is I haven't been to the gym in forever, and I haven't lifted in I want to say 4 months, so my arms haven't really shown any progress besides little progress from climbing stuff whenever we go hiking. But my legs have definitely shown progress. They become more thick and more defined and muscular. Not too muscular, but just compared to how it used to be before T. So it's been easy to grow muscle from that. Also with arms and legs, body hair has been more thick and long, compared to being thin and short and light. So it's become darker as well, just slightly, not too much yet. Also hands, they've grown bigger, and my veins pop out a lot more whenever I don't even mean for it to. So it's a really cool change, because I had pretty tiny hands, and it was hard for me to even play guitar or piano sometimes. It isn't too hard, but it's been easier for me now. And bigger hands, more function. Is that a thing? But yeah, I'm gonna move on to the mental changes. some mental changes. I don't know if you can hear anything in the back. My mom just got home. But yeah, mental changes. I don't really have much to say about mental changes because honestly, the past 6-7 months have been pretty stagnant with my mental changes. One thing I do or have noticed is my confidence has definitely spiked up, and it shows with the people I'm surrounded with. Just because since my confidence spike, I have been able to express myself more and become more open and extroverted rather than to myself and closed off. Just because I used to be super shy and anxious about everything, but now that I have this confidence, I'm able to actually do things that I want to do. So yeah, which leads me to actually social changes. So yeah, social changes. This one is a change that I'm very excited about because socially my life has changed a lot, and just like from how people react or how I react to the people around me, basically. So social changes. I'm gonna start talking about the people that are in my life and how it's affected them, basically. So the people around me are very mindful, and they care about me and support me, and they're as excited as I am whenever I notice anything. But usually whenever I'm hanging out with like someone, or planning on hanging out with someone I haven't hung out with in a bit, it's always really exciting for me, just because they know, they pick up the changes that I don't get to pick up, just because, like I said earlier, I live with myself every day, so I don't notice these things. So it's always like an experience, just like hearing something new, and always exciting. As for people that I like have just met, a lot of them don't really know that I am like trans, or like that I'm transitioning, just because, like I said before, 95% of the time I pass and nobody really questions anything about it. They just assume male, he, him, basically. Which is great for me because I don't really have to explain anything. So yeah, that I like that part. Even the strangers, like if I'm since I work retail, I handle a lot of customers. So these customers usually, whenever a cashier asks who helped them, they'd say, "Oh yeah, that guy right over there helped me." And it's so crazy because of these people that don't really know, they treat me like a guy, and it's just living my life before as female is way different than living a life as male, because people treat you differently. And like when I before, whenever I would want to say talk to another guy, they would be very polite with me, say sir, or not sir, ma'am, ma'am, or like miss or whatever. And now that like even if I'm talking to strangers, they'll be like bro, man, and it's just crazy. Also, like when it comes to like friends, male friends that don't know that I'm trans, like they always expect me to know this handshake. That there's just so many complicated bro handshakes. I don't know which one to do whenever they do it. I just kind of flail my hands around. It's still confusing. I'm trying to get used to it, but it's nice feeling a part of that, I guess. But yeah, I think socially, my social transition, because I passed, has become very easy for me. I haven't really had anything difficult or had to deal with anybody difficult. Everybody around me is accepting, and like I said, a lot of the people that I meet now, I don't really have to explain anything to. So that's how it is socially. But yeah, I'm not gonna make any promises, but I'm going to try to make videos like this monthly, just so it won't be as long as this one, which is what, like fucking 16 minutes. Pardon my language. So hopefully I'll be able to do that for you guys, and not just for you guys, for myself, like I originally said, just because I'm disappointed that I couldn't do this for myself, but you know, there's always trying to do it. So yeah, if you guys want me to talk about anything specific about my transition or anything, or have any more questions, or have any questions at all, you know, just let me know, like in comments, or you know, just hit me up and I'll try to answer it, you know, in my next video. Yeah, swag.